Hi ladies, it's Sarah. I am here today to show you how I apply my Jamberry nail wraps. And so I have with me all my supplies that I'm gonna need. I have sheet of nail wraps. This is Denim Chic. I love this wrap. I haven't tried it yet. I have a set of manicure scissors. Came with my application kit. My purple cuticle pusher also came with my application kit. An orange stick from my application kit. And a Jamberry nail file. I love these files. I love the grit on them. They're just my favorite. And I also have with me a set of nail clippers. Sometimes instead of filing off the excess wrap, I like to clip them because it's easier, honestly. I definitely use these when I do pedicures, but a lot of times I'll file my nails. If I'm using a metallic wrap, I like to clip them because the metallics, they tend to be thicker to file through. So I have this, and I also have my Jamberry mini heater, which I love. So let's get ready. I have already cleaned and prepped my nails. And when I say I've cleaned and prepped them, that means I have pushed back the cuticle. And a note about that, remember that you have cuticle here, but you have cuticle all around the sides of your nails too. That all needs to get pushed back to get the best application and the longest wear out of your wraps. So I've pushed back the cuticle. I have cleansed my nails. You can use either our nail prep wipes, our nail prep solution, or just rubbing alcohol on a cotton ball. That's what I did today. And the last step in prepping is buffing your nails. I don't personally buff my nails because I have kind of thin, flexible, weaker nails. I just always have. This is actually, my nails are healthier than they've ever been since I started wearing Jamberry, but I still don't buff them. I just don't need to make them any thinner. But if you have healthy, nice, strong nails, you can go ahead and buff them, and that kind of just roughs them up a little bit, gives the adhesive on the back of the wrap something to kind of stick to, cling on to there. So first step in getting your manicure going is correct sizing of your wraps. So you might think that you're just gonna go, okay, these are the first 5 ones on the sheet, and we'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, bam, done. Not gonna work that way. So what I do, what works best for me personally in the size of my fingernails is this is my thumb, this is my index, ring, or middle, ring, pinky. So I just kind of have to hop back and forth. And once you size yourself, and you've done this a few times, you're gonna know exactly which ones go on which fingers for you. I've just done this a lot of times, might be a little bit addicted to my nail wraps. So I know exactly what fits where. But in order to figure it out for the first time, if you're just kind of new at this and you're sizing them, best thing to do is just kind of lay the sheet over top of your nail. And you're gonna wanna make sure to choose a wrap that's the right size for your nail. And what you wanna do is make sure that it shows a little sliver of nail on either side. You want a wrap that's a little bit smaller than your nail, because you do not want this wrap pushing up against your cuticles, your skin on any side, because it's not designed to stick to your skin. It's designed to stick to your nail. So if you want it to last a long time, you wanna make sure that it's only on the nail. So I'm ready to start because I know what size wrap I'm gonna be using. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my manicure scissors, I've got my sheet, slide them kind of right in the middle underneath that there. I don't know if you can see that. And I'm just gonna kind of cut right across the center of my first wrap, okay? So I just snipped it in half. With my thumb is a little bit more square on the bottom than round. So I always snip off a little bit of the bottom curve of the thumb because it helps it kind of fit the shape of my nail better, okay? And again, you do not have to do that. That's just how I do mine. So I've snipped the bottom, I've snipped it in half, it's still on the sheet. I'm gonna use my orange stick to lift it. Okay, there it is. Oh, didn't snip it all the way through, I guess. Excuse me. And the reason I'm using the orange stick and not my fingernails or my fingers to hold the wrap is because, again, you don't want to get the oils from your fingers on the back of this wrap. It will affect the adhesive. So I always use an orange stick, or you can just use your manicure scissors too to lift it up like that. So I have my heater here. The reason I love this is it's so quiet. Listen. That's as loud as it gets. So I can sit and I can watch a movie while I do my nails. I can sit down in the family room with my girls, and we can all three get manicures, do our nails while we watch a family movie, and it doesn't bother anybody. I'm not constantly turning the hair dryer on and off, making a bunch of noise, interrupting what we're doing. It's something that I can do while I am watching a movie with them. So I really like that. So this is a metallic wrap. You can see on the back that it has, well, maybe you can't. There you go. You can see on the back it's shiny metal. That's the finish on this wrap. We've got lots of different finishes. This one's metallic. The metallics tend to overheat quicker. They curl up a lot faster, and so they can be harder to put on, and that can affect, if you do overheat them, they may not last as long. So just keep that in mind. I'm gonna hold mine right in front of my heater for just long enough to get it to start to flex, because I don't want to overheat this wrap. Okay. And I'm just going to slide it right down at the bottom to my nail bed. And straighten it out a little bit. Got my cuticle pusher here. And I like to go up from the bottom in the middle, and then up from the bottom, out the sides, to get a nice smooth application without getting any wrinkles or bumps. And just press really good down there at the bottom. Make sure it's not touching the skin. Again, you can go underneath if you want, and just press. There we go. So I'm gonna snip off. You can see that it's like much longer than my nail. So I'm just gonna snip off this extra little bit here so that I can continue to use my thumb to do the rest of my nails. I usually like to put my scraps just right back on the sheet so that you can see. I'm just holding it right there. That's my scrap. And so this nail is gonna hang out. I'm not going to file it down yet because it's not cool enough. You want to make sure your wraps are nice and cool before you start filing them. Otherwise, the adhesive can get kind of gummy. Just want to make sure it gets cool. And so while it is waiting and cooling off, I'll go ahead and do the rest of my nails. Okay, so I just got a little bit of a wrinkle in one. You can sort of see that right there. I don't know if you can see it or not. Just a little tiny wrinkle on the side there. So I'm just going to heat it up again real quick and stretch it out. And then smooth it out with my cuticle pusher. The metal cuticle pusher can also use for if you have problems like that. The metal one that comes in the deluxe kit, you can heat up the cuticle pusher and use it kind of like an iron to iron out those little wrinkles that you get, if you get them. There we go. No more wrinkle. You all saw my nail fee of this already probably, and you can tell it looks pretty good. I'm assuming it's going to look pretty good. I'm not done yet, but you know the future. You can't tell this, that you can see a little sliver of nail right along the edge on both sides, and you leave it that way on purpose. Can't even really see it hardly. It's there, I promise. Like, nobody's gonna notice that your entire nail is not covered with wrap. Only you will notice. But that's what's gonna keep your wraps on longer. Okay, so now I have all my nails on. They are still a little bit Edward Scissorhandsy because they haven't been clipped down or sized down yet. That's what we're gonna do now. So, the Jamberry way is to use the nail file, okay? So we'll do that. So I'm just gonna take my file, I'm gonna do 90-degree angle straight down. I'm not gonna come back up. I'm not gonna go side to side across. I'm gonna go straight down, perpendicular to the nail. Just file until the excess wrap is ready to just come right off. And again, make sure that you let your wraps cool before you file them. This one's ready because it was the first one that I did. So there we go, we filed, it's almost ready. A little tiny corner right over here, there we go. And it came right away. That's it, came off all by itself. And so that is a finished thumb. There we go, focus. So it's smooth. I can run it along my shirt. It's not snagging and it's ready. One thumb. The other way you can do these, and like I said, I like to do this with the metallics, is to use the nail clippers because that's gonna get you a nice, quick and straight all the way through the metallic wrap. I do sometimes like to file them down even after I've clipped them just for shape, but I think that one actually looks pretty good. So, and you can see my nails are fairly short. You do not have to have like really long, amazing nails to wear these wraps and have them look great. So that is done with the clipper. So filed, clipped, either way, it's gonna be awesome. So I'm gonna finish these up. I'm gonna go take a nail feed and then I'm gonna hang out with my kids. Have a good afternoon.